Hello everybody, this is Tolki for a quick rundown of support items. So let's start with support mythics. Very importantly, you have to realize there are two classes of support mythics. We have the tank support mythics with Even Shroud and Locket of the Iron Solari, and the AP support mythics with Mandate, Renewer, and Battle Song. And the two classes have the same base stats. So 200 HP, 20 abilities, 30 armor, 30 MR for the tank support mythics, and 40 AP, 200 HP, 20 ability ace, and 100% base mana regen for the AP support mythics. I don't count the mana regen in my gold efficiency calculations because I really look at how good they are when you're fighting on 1 and 2 items, and the flat mana regen is not going to help there. And I tried, to put some number other than the passives. Even Shroud, if you count the passive as crit, doesn't look that great, and if you were offering 20% crit, that would be, I think, more than a 9% damage increase for your AD carry over the fight. So I think even Shroud might be a bit too little at the moment. It might need to be something like 10-12% at least increase to really be sexy. Locket of the Iron Solari, though, I think is very good and is the better tank support mythic because the AoE armor and magic resist is so good for squishy champions, giving them a little bit of armor and magical resist, really pushing them over the top or against magic penetration and lethality, and having this AoE armor and magic resist that's going to start at 7 once you have your support item stacked makes it really good. Then looking at AP options, Imperial Mandate is really strong if you are able to proc it repeatedly. It's a lot of added damage, about 200 per proc, and if you have a champion that's able to create slows regularly on opponents, and you have range champions who can take advantage of it, I think it's very strong and slightly underbought at the moment. And when you compare it to Moonstone Renewer, which has the exact same stats, Moonstone Renewer doesn't add damage, it adds a heal, and even proccing the heal 4 times and counting the heal as raw HP, it doesn't look that OP. You only get 330 HP, and that's over 8 seconds. It's a very long time in a fight. So I feel like Moonstone Renewer is only good when you're an enchanter that wants to play a long fight and you expect, the game to be played front to back. If you're against an assassin, Moonstone Renewer is not gonna save your AD carry. If anything, the shield from Locket of the Iron Solari and the flat armor or magic resist will. So I think Moonstone Renewer's proc is a bit too small at the moment, even though it has a lot of popularity. And I feel like it's in a bit of a weird spot where it should likely heal a little bit more to be really appealing. And then we have Shirley's Battle Song, which I think is a very weird spot. It's one of the AP support items, which doesn't give armor and magic resist, but it's engage supports who want it. So I feel like the stats and the active don't really make sense. And you have move speed on empowering, so your teammates. But I feel like this is a weird item right now that is pushed towards enchanters, when it should really be a tank support item, and it really doesn't have a clear identity. I feel like as an AP support, if I'm able to proc Imperial Mandate reliably, it looks like the best to me. Then looking at the other support items, Ardent Sensor, even taking the attack speed at face value for the AD carry, and not counting the on-hit damage because it's pretty low, it's not great. And also all the items that give you heal and shield power get a lot of their value from the healed and shield power passive. So Ardent Sensor was nerfed really harshly because it was too strong, and it's still nerfed pretty hard. Even though it's a good way to transfer stats to your AD carry, it's not broken, and you really need to have maybe an AoE heal that affects many champions that want to have attack speed for it to really make sense. And then this is where I'm gonna make a few enemies. Chemtech Putrefier. It doesn't look that OP. Even counting the effect as twice the normal price you are paying for Grievous Wounds, it's not huge. And I'm counting it as a flat twice better than giving Grievous Wound on a single champion. Of course, you're giving it to multiple people, but at the same time, only 1 or 2 people on a team need to be applying Grievous Wounds. For example, if a mage has Morellonomicon, they should be able to apply Grievous Wounds in AoE. And Chemtech Putrefier is going to come late for supports if they want to finish their mythic first. So I think it's an okay item, but its stats are just so low. You're paying 2,300 gold for 55 AP and 20 ability haste, which is like 1k5, not even that worth of gold, and you really need the Grievous Wounds to be, doing pulling overtime for you. It's not a terrible item, but it's not giga broken either, and it's not the best Grievous Wound items by a long shot. It's just another Grievous Wound items like the other ones. If you need one of the 60% Grievous Wound items, it's one of the good ones, and they're all okay at roughly the same level. Looking at Naizo, it's really hard to evaluate, but the fact that it only gives 400 flat HP, no armor, doesn't help give armor to the person you target anymore, feels like right now it's hard to recommend. You only get half of its price worth of stats, and even though the passive is good, it's really hard to put a number on it. 10% flat reduction on your carry is not that huge. If they buy, a chain vest, that's likely what they're gonna get for 800 gold. Of course, they were able to spec into damage if you support them, but still, it's in a weird spot right now where it doesn't feel like this is really gonna make your ally survive or make you survive because the stats are just so small. Finally, we have Michael's Blessing, and no, I forgot to add the one and the only, the Staff of Flowing Water. I'll do it live. Fuck it. Looking at Michael's Blessing is very good, but you have to make use of the 20% heal and shield power to make use of it, just like Redemption. Please don't buy Redemption on Scion, it really doesn't make sense. The 20% heal and shield power is a huge part of the cost of Michael's Blessing and Redemption, and they are both pretty good. They are both good items if you make use of the about 1,000 gold you are spending in a shield increase. And Michael's Blessing in particular, getting a QSS, for your carry is good because you get 50 magic resist, you get ability haste, you get huge shields, and you get a QSS for your carry. That's, all around a very, very solid item. And now we are gonna do it live, so it's gonna be a bit longer than usually. Let's take a look at Staff of Flowing Water. Staff of Flowing Water. It doesn't have, it is 10% heal and shield power, 50 AP. Okay, so by itself, it is not full efficient because it's not 20% heal and shield power like its other friends. And let's try and put a number on this very quickly. So let's assume the bonus AP, let's count it as bonus 60 AP. Bonus as 60 AP. We're gonna count the bonus as 60 AP because maybe sometimes the target you will hit is not gonna make full use of the ability plus the ability haste plus 20 ability haste. So, and we count that as 60 AP. So equal this plus 60. That looks very good. It's true that if you count the passive, the bonus AP that you're giving to other people as 60 AP worth of stats plus 20 ability haste, and I'm counting it only on you, not when you're giving it, it does look pretty sexy, honestly, because it also applies to you. So if you're an enchanter, when I look, I came tech Purifier against Staff of Flowing Water. Honestly, I'd rather have Staff of Flowing Water as my third item because when I'm playing support, I'm going to get my support legendary that's going to auto stack. I'm going to get my mythic, which is going to be pretty late because I don't get much gold. And then I can likely get one more item over the full course of the game. And for me, that should be most of the time Michael's Blessing or Staff of Flowing Water because they look very efficient and they all have their use cases. Redemption also looks okay against a heavy AoE team. And the other ones don't look as appealing. Chemtrack Purifier in particular is not the bee's knees. It's okay if you really need huge grievous wounds on your team, but otherwise it's pretty easy now to itemize for grievous wounds in a good build, and you don't necessarily need to be going for it. Staff of Flowing Water, Staff of Flowing Water can add a lot of damage to your team that can maybe make up for the Purifier. Michael's Blessing can save your AD carry in a way that's more meaningful, than having the Purifier. So I think it's an okay item, but you really need to be getting a lot of value out of this item to make it worth. That's all for today. See you guys tomorrow for the Tonks item. And I think that's going to be... I still have Assassins to make, so I'll do Assassins. Then I'll do shorts and recap video to make sure, we have a good overview of the item system right now. And then in the next week, I'll be focusing on runes to try and evaluate, the efficiency of runes right now before finally being able to dive into pro play analysis. So don't forget to like and subscribe, more content coming, follow me on Twitter, and see you guys tomorrow.